Alright everyone, happy Monday. Start na naman ang bagong linggo, no? So balik na naman tayo sa ating mga daily charting sessions. Sa mga bagong manonood or mga hindi pa nakakaalam kung ano ang ginagawa natin dito, what we do is we take a look at either yung mga trending names. Yung mga trending names, pinipili po natin siya doon sa listahan na binibigay ng Instagrams araw-araw. You usually find it on the right-hand side of your screen or mga requested chart. Today, we're doing mostly requested charts, no? Nagkataon lang na may konting intersections. Okay, which is good. At least, diba? Lahat at masaya. We cover more stocks that way. Or rather, we cover more ground that way. We'll start off with APVI, which is a requested stock. So, APVI, what I did was I segmented yung mga ranges niya. So, as you can see, this is a range. And then this is the range tong sa area na to, no? So, when price was trading there, in yung range natin, nag-hold to as support. When it broke, ganun din. It tried to move back up. This area held as resistance. So, ang tinitignan natin possibly is baka ito na ulit yung maging range natin moving forward. Diba? Para masabi natin na gusto natin ma-reclaim yung taas, then we need to break higher para ganyan ulit yung usapan. But right now, what we can say based from this is we are stuck in a larger range. And despite the fact that I segmented it para magmukha siyang dalawa, no, essentially, iisang range pa rin lang yan. Isang buong malaking range. And price is range bound right now in the midterm picture. No? So from April hanggang ngayong 20th of September, essentially, we are in this giant range. Ito yun. Okay? Natataon lang na it can be traded as segments. So, right now, if you are looking na i-trade to as a range, pwede naman. Choice nyo yun kung gusto nyo. Personally, I feel like there are easier trades, but kung gusto nyo, walang problema. Just be sure na clear sa inyo saan kayo mag-i-stop out kung sakali at saan kayo mag-take profits kung sakali. Remember, when you're trading ranges, I personally wouldn't advise na maging masyadong greedy na isipin na hindi, mag-breakout na yan to the moon. Okay, I don't look at it that way. Para sa akin, kung range trade ang usapan, range lang talaga. Okay? What you don't want to see if you're bullish ng APVI is for us to break below tong 15.3 na area. Kasi by doing so, we might come back dito sa mga 13.7 to 13.3 na area before we find some support again. Kasi malakas na move up yan di ba? So, maaaring kapag bumaba dyan yung price, walang mag-defend, bumalik tayo dito sa 13.7 to 13.3, more or less, na area. And then we see from there if price will react, and if it reacts, how it reacts, and where it goes to from there. Okay, obviously, if you're bullish, you want to see price eventually break above 21.5 para ma-challenge natin tong 23.82 na area. This one. Let me ma-challenge natin yan. 23.8, and then eventually, ito, no? So, yan po yung APVI. Kung may hawak na kayo, depende ko sa kayo pumasok, nasa sa inyo. Basta kung na-trigger na po yung stop nyo, wag lang pong mag-aatubili na sundan ng ating mga plano. Okay, ganun lang talaga. Can't win them all. Alright? Next, let's take a look at TEL. So, TEL is also a requested stock. Nataon din lang na nasa trending list din siya, no? Now, nag-form tayo ng resistance dito sa 1545 when this happened. When we pulled up, tapos, drawingan lang natin, no? When we pulled up, tapos swung away, bumalik tayo, nag-hold na naman siya. Okay? Nag-hold na naman siya as resistance. So, what we want to see right now is either magpatuloy tayo, sorry, let me erase muna isa. Magpatuloy tayo, maybe we form some sort of ascending triangle para lang may clear picture tayo what TEL intends to do. Okay, kasi right now, for me, too early to tell pa. It could just break out tomorrow and just keep pushing higher. We don't know. But for me, if you are looking to possibly accumulate or position yourselves or add to your position, then I would wait to see kung gawin niya something like this. But that's just one of the many possible scenarios, no? The other scenario, pwedeng mag-range lang siya ng ganito. And so on. Siyempre, may ibang mga scenarios na pwede mag-play out. Depende sa system or setups na gamit nyo. And of course, you should be careful and watch out for them as well. If may hawak na kayo from yung baba from dati pa, then congratulations, no? Just be sure to trail your stops accordingly para kung sakali man na mag-pullback tayo, hindi siya as painful. Kumbaga, hindi mababawi yung profits na gain natin. Alright? So, yan yung tell. Obviously, if you're bullish tell, what you want to see is we break above 1545 and make a run for 16 next, no? If you're bearish, then you don't want to either break below itong level na to right now, or kung nabuo na nga yung ascending triangle, then you don't want it to fall below that and push lower from there. Okay? As is, very bullish yung mga telcos natin with the exception of dito, no? I mean, sorry, not with the exception of dito, yung telcos natin na nasa index. So, mga Converge, mga Globe, Tel, they have been pushing higher, no? So, yun lang yung ayaw natin makita. But for right now, despite today's bearish candle, it's still bullish overall. Okay? Next, let's take a look at ACEN. So, ACEN was also a requested chart. Again, nataon lang na nasa trending list din siya. So, we were discussing before na yun nga, na nag-trade na siya above 10.09. We came back, it held. Diba? Itong 10.09 na area, siya yung nag-hold eh. Itong mga week na to, di ko pa una kinonsider kasi nga, ito yun eh. Ito yung previous high niya. We broke above that, we came back, we tested the previous high, it held, then we pushed higher from there, then today, nag-doji lang tayo. Honestly, again, if you're looking to add to your position, I wouldn't be in a rush to do so. Diba? It is doing what it's supposed to be doing in the sense na mukha pa rin siyang bullish, it's still trying to print new highs. Pero, relative sa mga ginagawa niya before, di ba? For now, at least, mas muted pa yung galaw niya. Mas tempered. Hindi siya tulad ng dati na mas malalakas yung itsura ng mga candles and kapag kamay, so kunyari, nag-green, usually maliliit, tas tuloy lang eh, di ba? Ito parang mas may laban. Mas may nagtitake ng profits. Okay, so you need to be careful din, and if meron kayong hawak ng ASEN, just be sure that you trail your stops para hindi kayo mabawian ng mga profits na nag-gain nyo na along the way. Okay? You may not be able to sell at the very top, but that doesn't mean na dapat mag-give back tayo ng profits for the sake of, quote-unquote, protecting our averages. Alright? So, kapag ka ngayon, same pa rin as before, I don't want to see price trade below itong 9.66 na. I want this to hold. If you trade below it, tapos mag-hold yan, it might push lower, baba tayo dito. But even then, it's not the most bearish of moves. As I said before, pullbacks are inevitable, and in fact, they're healthy. And for this particular issue, a decent pullback might be good para lang makabuelo ulit, makapag-reload moving forward, kaysa na ganyan na parang nakikita mo talaga sa candles, may konting struggle. That's not to say na it's not gonna move higher anymore. It might. I don't know what's gonna happen, no? We're just preparing ourselves for the eventuality, just in case. Okay. So guys, bago tayo magpatuloy, paalala ko lang, if you like what we do here, if you enjoy the content, meron kayo natututunan, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like. And maybe consider subscribing to my channel. Every little bit helps, no? And it's one of the few ways na I can use to gauge kung talaga nga bang nagugustuhan yung content natin or ayaw nyo ba yung content natin, what to produce more of, what to produce less of, and so on. Okay, so I would really appreciate it, again, if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Moving on, let's look at MM. So MM, tandaan ko, last time we were talking about this, sabi natin nga, resistance was at 4.23 and resistance held. Resistance held, we push back. So, we push back here. Then, price carved out a bottom. Try to push back up. Hindi na tayo umabot na 4.23. Then, today, nag-bearish engulfing tayo. Kinain natin yung move, no? So, essentially, what happened was, yung pag-move up natin sa range na to was quickly undone. Okay? Now, nag-hold ang support. So, I wouldn't overreact just yet. But what I don't want to see moving forward, if you are bearish MM, is mag-break tayo below 3.84, revisit it from underneath, hold, then break a new low. Then, pag ganyan, medyo delikado na nga. Pag inulit pa niya dito, ganun na naman, then wala na. For me, pag ganun, medyo GG na. Okay? Dito pa nga lang, very bearish na tingnan eh. Parang na-negate na yung move mo eh. In fact, it might actually end up forming a head and shoulders of sort and then push down from there. So that's what we want to be careful of. Okay, if you're bullish, then what you want to see is either mag-hold muna tong range na to, then we push higher, or this move down is quickly undone. Kumbaga, kinain nyo to, kainin siya pabalik, then we start trading higher from there. Okay, again, if that happens, then possibly, mafe-fill natin yung gap na naiwan dito from before. And then, if mangyari man yon, the next target will be 4.93 and then we'll see after kung ano na yung mangyayari. Okay, mahirap din kasi honestly na to plan it out na parang aabot to ng 10 pesos or aabot to ng 20 pesos. Usually yung ganong mas unrealistic na target expectations yung nagko-cause ng ayaw mag-stop out, ayaw mag-take profit, ayaw mag-trim. Kasi nga, masyadong wild or masyadong extreme yung expectations natin. Okay? And then finally, let's take a look at DELM. So DELM, last we spoke of this, ang sabi natin was may inverted head and shoulders dito. We broke out of it and now price is coming back to possibly retest tong trend line na to. Okay? If price does retest this trend line and this trend line holds, then maybe we can use that as a base to push higher from there. And then what we'll be looking for is ma-break na to para masabi natin na pwede siyang bumalik do sa 18.3 na high. Okay? However, if it comes back tas mabasag tayo below this, then medyo dehado na. We might come revisit tong low nung head, nung inverted head and shoulders, or maybe even come back dito sa white zone natin dito sa baba na hindi pa gaano tested. Okay? But regardless, if that happens, then that will look very bearish na for DELM. Right now, para sa akin, okay pa yung pullback. It's not the worst thing in the world. Obviously, kung may hawak na kayo, gusto natin lagi, hindi, diretso na sa target, kailangan 10,000 green candle pataas. Sino ba naman may ayaw nun, di ba? But again, pullbacks are healthy. They're not the worst thing in the world. Ang ayaw lang natin mayari ay yung mga key levels natin. Kapag nayari yan, then baka tuloy-tuloy na, bumaba, maging dehado na, pumangit na siya ng tuluyan. Okay? But right now, I can say na this move hasn't been undone. Diba? It's still pretty bullish in the sense na yung pullback niya, okay pa naman. We just need yung neckline to hold. Okay? If that neckline holds, diba, and we start pushing higher from there, then that might be the sign that the higher low has been printed and baka mag-form tayo, ma-break natin to, and we get the higher high we want so we can start targeting 18.3. Okay? So guys, before we go, paalala lang na lahat ng pinag-uusapan natin dito are purely for educational purposes only and should not be construed as financial or investment advice. Okay? Your money, your risk. And as always, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading.